All right. Hi there. Welcome to the Lost State Show. I am Trey. This is Drew. Say hi, Drew.
Hi, Drew.
Welcome to the show. Today's going to be an exciting episode. Today we're going to be going over a little bit of a topic that might be a little of a hot topic. Wait, what? A topic that's going to be a hot topic. We're going to be presenting from Hot Topic. New studded belts.
Presenting from Hot Topic.
Yo, what am I getting blown up with? Oh, dude, it's probably for a job.
You blowing up?
It's probably for a job. They're like hitting me up.
You blowing up?
Shit.
I did answer a phone call the other day.
Two phone calls.
Oh, go ahead.
Yo, I'm getting. Oh, it's a scam. Sorry, I got distracted. That's why I put my phone. I gotta get my phone out of there.
Did you say it's a scam?
It's a scam. But in today's episode, we're going to be going over trigonometry, mathematics. No, we're going to be going over the main topic is going to be we're going to talk about Turnstile.
I'm in pre-calc next semester. I'm not looking forward to it.
Pre-calc? I don't even know what that means. I'm just kidding. I don't know what
pre-calc?
I don't know what pre-calculus is. It just pre-calculating stuff? But oh, look at that sick mug. Where'd you get that mug? That's crazy. The sun mug.
Mug is the best.
Fucking sick. Don't sue me, Fender. I don't sell that anymore.
It's a combination of algebra and trigonometry.
Algebra and trigonometry. That's just its own thing, but it's just a mix of stuff. Okay. All right. But yeah, the Turnstile. We're gonna talk about Turnstile in this episode. We're gonna go over some of the hot topics.
Ready? Pre-calculus analyzes static problems, and calculus is designed for dynamic, moving, and changing systems.
Fun times, pre-cal. Let's go. Bada bing. Welcome to the Lost State.
Good night.
Show.
See you later. You learned something.
All right, that's it. Bye. Just kidding. Excuse me. Turnstile. They won a Grammy or a couple Grammy. What did they win? Let's see.
Two. Says on the screen.
They won two Grammys. A hardcore band. I guess some people would be like, they're not hardcore now, but I'm like, there's still hardcore elements. They won 2 Grammys. A Baltimore hardcore band won 2 Grammys. That's kind of wild. I think it's cool. I feel like I saw some varying opinions just from Turnstile blowing up and getting attention to where they're at now. Like some people are like, this is like equally like the sickest thing for hardcore, but also like the worst, because like there's like a level of like subculture people, or like hardcore is like underground and this and that, and then they're like, but like it's for us, not everybody. But I'm like, wouldn't you want something that means a lot to you to be accessible to other people? But it's in my opinion, I think what ends up happening is people go, oh, Turnstile sells, and then all the big companies and labels, and everyone just wants to jump on that and then beat it to death until no one likes it anymore or something. So I get the concern and the gatekeeping. Oops. That on. There you go. Okay. I understand why some people would be like skeptical. And I am skeptical to an extent of being like, this is not the best thing to take a small niche community of people that it means a lot to and try to blow it up into a capitalist massive. I mean, you got Taco Bell commercials with Turnstile songs. They were coming out at the Winterhawks game to Turnstile. I forgot what songs, but it's on the new album. They were coming out on the freaking rink blasting Turnstile. And I'm just like, oh, wow. I'm like, Turnstile. And some dude next to me is like, blah, blah, blah. Like some dude was just going hard. And I was like singing to myself. And I'm like, this guy's, he's getting it right. But yeah, I don't know. What's your opinion?
It's pretty insane to like. I think I would like to label the whole shift as kind of more punk than hardcore, because like
I'd say that too. Yeah.
They're definitely more of like kind of like a punk band now, but I don't take away from the hardcore side of it though, because they're definitely like all hardcore people. They're played in hardcore bands their whole life. That Turnstile is, still a hardcore band. But with this new record, it's like it how many songs? It's like 12 songs, but there 6 of them are like ambient
Yeah.
like
There's like
production
interludes
pieces.
too.
So they're definitely like, yeah, they were building like a bigger idea. They put a lot of work into it. I think that work deserves credit, and it's really cool to see it happen to them rather than something that, like, when you see your world that is really small in the punk scene overlap into like really major world stuff, it's like shocking because you're like, you see the same, you see these people in basements and then they're at the Grammys, and that's wild. And people get really
Yeah, it's
like, I think
crazy.
people are generally cynical. Like there's always someone that's going to
Yeah.
like hate on everything, right? So like then the hardcore community has a lot of that, this like snootier kind of like, I don't know, nose uppiness sometimes when it comes to outsiders coming in, because they hold that dear. So I think I see the discourse. I understand it.
Yeah.
I feel like it comes with the territory. But yeah, it's a great achievement for anyone, like I'm not hating on it. That's awesome.
I
And
mean, yeah.
it's just like the spread of this record is pretty insane. Like you said, hockey games, and my a
Taco
friend of
Bell
mine that isn't
commercials.
like into the punk stuff, like just like loves the record. And it's wild.
It's more
Um,
it's like what a lot of bands do, they end up pivoting. It's basically what's going on with Joyce Manor right now. They're just pivoting to a more mainstream demographic. And there's nothing wrong with that because they're just being themselves. But I do have to say, Ashley was like, "Oh, the new Joyce Manor album," and I think they're coming through here soon. And I was just like, "I'll probably go see them," but I'm like, I don't really care. Like I listened to a song or two, and I was just like, "Sounds like Joyce Manor." Like there's a level of some bands that just they have a style and they kind of stick to that style, and Joyce Manor just got extremely more like poppy compared to like their harder punk stuff that
yeah.
more punk vibe that they had. They just kind of turned into like a pop, but none of it's bad. I'm not saying it's inherently bad. I'm just saying that it's just like it's just dumbing down, and it's just kind of bubblegummy sounding, and I'm just like I'm just not into it. Not bad. It's not hitting
Yeah.
the
I think
markers in my
some
head
bands
that made
do
me
it
like
great
it.
too. There are certain bands that like do that and they're the best at it and are phenomenal. And there are other bands that don't hit it quite the same.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I don't think it's I don't think it's bad for people to do that or change. And we're in a weird era where like these people, I guess we don't, from an outsider's perspective, they don't see where a lot of these people start from and what they're doing or what they've been doing.
Yeah, they
So to
just see them when
see
they're
that
big.
transformation, yeah, it's like all the work they're putting into to even get there and how much they want to alter what they're doing. Like it's a lot of work for that. So it's cool to see. But it's kind of weird. It becomes like you become like um numb to it. Like you see all these names that we've been seeing for years and we're like, oh cool, they're bigger than already, but I've known about them forever. Like Joyce Manor's been around for a long fucking time.
Joyce Manor has been
um
around for since 2000. I think like 6, 5, 4. Hold on,
yeah, and like,
I
I
gotta
remember
look this up.
friends sending me videos of theirs before there was good quality videos on YouTube. Like I remember like seeing early on Joyce Manor videos. So it's the fact that they're even still going is crazy. Eventually you're gonna
2008.
change something,
I guess it was 2000.
2008. Yeah, that's
Yeah, no,
crazy.
that makes
That's
sense.
so long.
Yeah, 8. That was like 50 years ago, dude. That's crazy. I'm just kidding. Yeah, look at Barry.
Closer to 1960 than it is to now.
This picture is so funny.
Yeah, that's really funny.
Oh, Portland, May 13th. Yeah, for $63.
Yeah.
Not for me, baby.
Oh yeah, dude.
Not
I
for
like I was
me.
talking about it.
Sad.
I
Sad
literally
memory.
like I can't be supporting punk anymore. Not because I don't want to. I just literally can't afford going to the shows. Like
I can't.
as
I would.
all the love in the world.
I know.
All the love in the world, but I just don't have $25 for shows, you know what I'm saying, for like
Yeah.
locals, and then 50, 60 for like cool. I'm a lot of that change like with COVID and stuff, and that's great. Like people deserve more money, artists deserve more money, like that's all fine, but
Yeah.
yeah,
No, I
all
know.
that
Well,
money
it's
needs to be,
if you look at it from inflation, especially once they get agents and this and that, it's like it's understandable, but it just sucks though, because you used to be able to. It's not like you're getting your parents' money to borrow to go to a show, and you're like, "Oh, cool, mom, can I borrow like?" When I was a kid, I'd be like, "Yo, can I borrow like $50 or something?" And she's like, "Okay," like for like a week or whatever, and just like, this is me every. One time, my mom was like, I broke a skateboard, I snapped a skate deck, and I like went all the way to like the next town where we would skate, and I was like, "Mom, I need money for like a blank deck," and it was like $30, and she's like, "I only have like 20 something bucks." I was like, "Mom, I need $30. I have to get a skateboard," and then she's just like, "I don't have any money." I'm like, oh, what the fuck? That's fine. Yeah, I was a little shithead. I was like, "Come
Yeah.
on, I need a new skateboard." I was just like,
I
everyone. I was
I
poor.
experience it every day with Sawyer. I get that.
Yeah.
So it's always
Well,
like,
she was
I'm always trying
working.
like, I'm so sorry. I wish it was in the budget, you know, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I want to
that
go
shit
break my
sucks.
leg, which I ended up doing. Yeah. So Turnstile, we'll get more into this. Let's do some little. Let's get into some fun
Well, yeah.
stuff.
So I did
Before,
want to say
yeah.
something. I think the just like one note about the thing, because I don't see it talked about enough, is um like, so Turnstile, this record, and I like Glow On more. I think Glow On's an insanely good record. Never Enough is
Yeah, I
great and
like
it's
it a lot
produced
more,
amazingly, but it's
obviously.
not as many hits, you know what I'm saying? That's all. But they both, Glow On and this record, very similar. There's no other band I can think of that created a record like that. And I think that's really special. Like, because there are bands that like a lot of bands sound the same, like a lot of hardcore bands, a lot of punk bands, a lot of whatever, they sound the same, which is why they don't stand out as
Yeah,
much as certain bands. But seeing a band like this, like most of it's written by Brandon, he writes like literally like quoted 98% of everything of the band. So
yeah.
like in this idea, in this one person's head, they created a hybrid fusion record that is very unique and not heard before, which I think is why it stands out so much. Because,
Well, it's very,
and I
yeah,
think
it's
that gets
different.
lost on like the people who don't want the genre to change or whatever. Because like I wasn't a huge fan of Turnstile back in the day.
Yeah, I
I
wasn't either
honestly
that
was
much.
like, I was on the side of where they kind of sounded like 311 to me, and I was just kind of like, man, because it wasn't quite there. But then Glow On came out, and it really changed me. And um,
Oh yeah,
like
we both
that's
were
pretty
like
fantastic
obsessed
to
with
do
it.
that. So
That was God.
yeah.
Yeah, it came out what 2022. It feels like
But
it was
yeah,
the
that,
other day.
you know, it's just important to note that, because a lot of people just like just throw away the fact how hard it is to write a record. Like
Yeah.
it's so hard to do that shit, and people just like throw it out like it ain't no thing to
Well,
do, you know?
especially if you look into how much work they put into like the videos and like his whole art, and he directed all the shit they did. Like it's an art
Yeah,
piece.
the
Like
vision is massive.
it's
It's
massive and it's
massive vision,
beautiful, and
like
the
which is, you
cinematography is
know,
amazing. I'm like, that's
that's why
great.
I think it deserves the Grammy type treatment. Like,
Yeah.
you know, because like it's really more than just a record, more than just 10 songs or 12 songs. It's like there's more to it. Now, in my opinion, I like Glow On because I
'Cause-
like
Well, that feeling when you
there's
hit you so
more.
hard, it's like obviously for what it was, substantially such a massive thing that happened, and them getting huge. It's stuck in my brain in a place where also it's just like the Never Enough. It's good. Like I was just listening to it the other day driving, and I'm like, it grew on me a little more after listening to it. But it's just you can tell it just honestly sounds like I honestly think it's a lot of B-sides
Like, you know how
from
certain
Glow
movies
On.
are made to get awards?
Yeah, of course,
You
like
know, there's
Oscar
like a
shit.
movie that's made to be Oscar
Yeah,
material. That's how
they
I feel like
crafted
Never
this.
Enough was like created and crafted for the possibility of getting a
Well, so
Grammy. You know what I'm saying?
would you
Whereas
agree?
the other
Yeah.
one's still just kind of a punk record that is transcending and great. I think
Would
that's
you
where my
agree?
difference lies.
Would you agree that Glow On was them pivoting to a more mainstream demographic and or getting a lot of attention and going, all right, so this next album, we're gonna like throw in a lot of the very ambient, really emotional. It hits me emotionally, like listening to the Never Enough song at the end. There's just all this swirling ambient shit, and then the piano, like it hits you in a way where it starts making me think about shit, even in my own life, where I'm just like thinking about shit. Why is this song? It's one of those moments when you feel like like when people have like main character syndrome, where you like there's a thing where like you're doing something and you look around and you're like, wow, look at me. And you think you're in a movie. It's called like main character syndrome or something. Not that it's like an all the time thing that someone deals with. It's just something that like hits you.
Yeah.
Like when I walked around New York and shit, the first time I was there on a subway and I'm like looking around I'm in New York. Like I felt like I was in a movie. I was just like, I never thought I would.
Yeah.
Not that I would ever thought I'd be there, but I'm just like, in that moment, I was like, I didn't really think I would be running around New York and like seeing all this shit like I'm in a movie. So I feel like they kind of crafted that and they went, all right, like, I don't even know if they were probably like, we're going to try to get a Grammy. Obviously, it's not like they probably did it to get a Grammy, but they probably were like, well, let's do our album this way. And we'll kind of continue with that vibe from Glow On and see where it goes from. Because they had such momentum from that album. So they kept elements of it, but then, you know.
I don't
even
know
so much
what
to like
the
one
big
song sounds
switch
like a
was, 'cause,
Latin
like,
beat,
when
and I'm like, you took another song with a Latin beat and like, and there's like some horns, and I'm just like, okay, so another track that randomly just has like Latin beat vibes, and I'm like, okay, like so that's when my first thought was like, it just sounds like just a rip of like Glow On, that they're like kind of trying to recreate that, but a little different to where it stands out more in some ways. But not that that's what they were.
Yeah, I think
what it
like
felt
maybe they yeah, it almost I felt like maybe they liked they did it the way they did it in Glow On. They were like, yo, what if we did it the way we envisioned it? We have maybe a budget to like lay on these horns and really go out and make it like feel that way, you know? But I think like it's funny because, you know, the more I look back on older Turnstile, there is a lot of similarities between the riffs and all that stuff still. Like a lot of it's still there. But yeah, there's a shift in uniqueness, I would say, with like the the ambience and the more slower kind of drony, surfy almost songs, and like the Latin stuff, and because they got like that Underwater Boy song or whatever, like that stuff is great and it made it really unique. So I think like, yeah, they definitely, I don't know what changed there, but they definitely decided to like really branch out on some weird ideas. So
yeah. All right, well, I'll pause that for a sec. What were these or not pause, but in continuation, you said you had a couple clips that you wanted to throw up.
Yeah, so I sent some videos because, you know, talking about where they started and all this other stuff. I figured it'd be cool to see Brandon Yates' first, well, not first, but like last serious band, Trapped Under Ice.
So they're not a band anymore,
of other
right?
bands like Angel Dust. I think they still play like when the money's right or when the gig's right for like This Is Hardcore Fest or something though. I don't know the last time that they did it, but I know that there's been reunions somewhat recently.
Yeah, I remember seeing a show.
But yeah, so Brandon, the singer, played drums in Trapped Under Ice, and so I put the things in the links for stream.
Oh, in the Discord. I can't touch any of that because I can move that. Yeah. If you can just
I wasn't sure which
well, I just really because like I gotta figure out a better like little system, because if I do that it'll just throw off your whole.
You want to in the chat in the Discord or YouTube?
In YouTube, please. Yeah, because if I touch anything in YouTube, if I touch anything in Discord, it'll just kick your video out. Thank you. No. All right, it goes straight to my screen. Go.
So this is crazy to see because like it's so old that there's these older like Good Fight and stuff like that, which I haven't seen in a while.
I just remember I didn't know he was the drummer. He was always the drummer in this band, right?
Yeah. From what I know, he was pretty much always the drummer. Yeah, that was him. Yeah.
Didn't look like him.
I think he's got like blonde hair in this video.
That guy's missing a lot of teeth. Oh yeah, look at him.
There's a bassist from Turnstile right there. "14 years ago."
Is Turnstile before this or during the same time or?
I don't. chronologically, I know Trapped Under Ice was before Turnstile.
Oh, really? Yeah. Look at him.
Yeah.
I remember seeing videos of them playing live where they're playing live Turnstile and like Brandon has like a backwards like ball cap. He looks like such a like a little New York like hardcore guy. It just like it was so typical.
I'll show you that second video because we don't need to watch obviously the whole thing. It's,
no, it's cool. I never listened to them, but
another.
Throw me another one.
Text.
Throw me another one. Throw me another one.
And then this is like an even older one that I thought was fun because they're so young in this, man.
Whoop. 2009. God. That was a year after Joyce Manor.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Like playing a show that big is already insane. So imagine going from that to that outdoor show that we were just talking about.
Yeah.
There goes ball.
Yeah, the East Coast hardcore vibe is a little bit. It's a little different. I like it.
It's definitely like tough guy. We always call it tough guy before.
That was the bass player right there in the crowd.
And then, funny enough, the funniest thing that happened.
Well, it's like it's all right. It's kind of boring.
A
little boring.
Well, I mean, back in the day,
I mean, back in the day, I
somehow ended up at
obviously,
this music video afterwards, like 10 videos later, because I was just like looking around and somehow ended up here, which is way off topic, but we have to watch it. So, and then we can go back to topic.
Oh, no,
this is really funny.
We're talking about bands.
So think about how bad, like it's so bad. This is really bad, and a lot of people really like it.
14 million views. You're in this video? What? You're in this video?
I'm not in this video.
Oh, I thought you said you ended up in the background. Wait, no.
No, I ended up. I ended up at this video from like looking and researching.
Oh, I thought you said you were in the video.
To this. No.
Oh God. Oh, the keys. Oh, the scene 4 days.
Just wait. It's so.
And I never knew you, but Johnny, I'm here to tell you.
Yep, you got it. It's so bad. But it's all auto.
It says PV. I thought it said Power Violence. I was like, oh hell yeah.
PV is the name of the band.
14 million views from 14 years ago. That's almost a million views a year.
Dude, the constant auto tune is awful for me.
I think it's amazing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Like it's not like I'm hating on the idea of using auto tune either. It just doesn't. This does not sound good to me having it like that the whole time.
I think it's more of a just coping with maybe not feeling like they know how to sing that well. I don't know. I mean, that's what. Oh. I mean, it's not a bad breakdown. It's pretty. It sounds like any other hardcore band. Dun, dun, dun. It's not as metalcore. Oh yeah, now it's. All right, now it's getting a little more. This is like super poppy metalcore shit. This isn't even. Like some of the.
It's like obscenely major scale. Like
I'm trying to think of. Like, dude, okay. Did you ever listen to the band Undermined? Yo, this is the shit I grew
I
up.
think you showed me this.
The metalcore shit. I don't think I never went through a hardcore band phase. Time. I found hardcore bands after the fact. Like when I was really into metal and other shit. And I'm like, oh, this is sick. This video. Whoops, don't skip the video. It's so good. I have such nostalgia for this.
There's so many bands that played this where I grew up.
Did the hardcore hat with
like
the glasses.
every band sounded like this.
It's got the lip ring, the snake bite. Oh, that's so hot. The plugs. God, dude. Their drummer, I will say that if their drummer wasn't in this band, I don't think they'd be as good.
The drummer's very good, yeah.
The drummer
Yeah,
holds
very
them
good
together.
drummer. And like the riffs, the intro riffs were cool
No,
because they're a little bit
they're
more
good.
proggy and techy. But I did the style was so not my thing at all. I dreaded hearing a band like this.
Oh,
back in the
fuck,
day.
dude. I love this shit.
This was like, yeah, it was the worst.
Look at that LTD. That's like my Viper. I was obsessed with the Viper when I saw who needs a body bag? The coroner, probably? I just always love it's such a stupid riff, but I love it.
I don't want to get off topic because I could show you some crazy music from that spawned from there.
Okay.
Anyway.
Back to Turnstile. Let's go back to Turnstile for a bit. Also, I wanted to get into I saw a story in looking up Turnstile. This popped up. There was, I think it was in Cleveland, there was a venue that like banned hardcore shows. Did you see anything about that? Am I tripping? I was looking up them, and it was also I wanted to in Turnstile. There's a couple points we're gonna go over. We're gonna go over ex-guitarist, about him leaving, all that drama. I want to go over that incident where the kid got pepper sprayed and like nothing seemed to come from it. I was curious. I know that there was stuff behind the scenes happening. I'm not saying that Turnstile was bad in any way, but it was very like they didn't really seem to say anything, which or I can understand because of whatever the venue and stuff like that. I don't know if they were like, we're not going to talk shit because we don't know exactly what happened, or it was just kind of chaotic when it happened. So I'm not putting fault to anybody, but it was pretty fucked up. That cop just like sprayed that kid, and it's crazy. Also, like I worked that Turnstile show selling merch like literally like a week or so after that happened, and I remember, I remember. So I think some of the guys walked up. Maybe I was busy, but not Brandon walked up at one point. But some of the people, some band members walked up at one point, and they were like looking at the merch. I was wearing my ACAB shirt. All corgis are beautiful, so I was wearing that on purpose. And one of the people from the crew, I was like, I wore this because of that kid. I'm like, this is a shout out to that kid who got fucking maced. Fuck cops. It's my opinion. I have every right. It's my First Amendment right to say that. Fuck cops. ACAB bitch.
Fuck cops.
But anyway, so that happened, and then also that venue. I saw that venue. The venue, like Cleveland venue. Brothers Lounge bans all hardcore punk shows. Metal Fest caused 3 broken mics. Blood in the bathroom damage. Canceled all booked shows immediately. 1 in 4 Cleveland venues profitable. A couple notes I made on your, I'm like reading out my notes.
Is that the one that they had like Instagram videos on?
I'll have to look that up. You know what? Let's get into that for a sec, and then we'll go back and end on Turnstile the rest of the show. But let me pull up the link.
So yeah, because there's something ringing a bell about like a venue in
I got some
Ohio where they would start. There was like they were just putting it together, and they were doing like YouTube or Instagram shorts that I was watching.
So Brothers Lounge drops all future hardcore punk and shows following string of damage. 99% of those bands and their crowds are good people, but there are just some bad actors in the crowd, said the manager, citing recent incidents. A hardcore show that was finally broke, Billy Plona, was January 31st. Was that this? Okay, recently. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was like how long ago it was. The 3rd iteration of Judgment Day, an 8-hour metal fest. The fest was called the 3rd iteration of Judgment Day. 8-hour metal fest. I played a fucking fest back home in Atascadero, where I'm from, at a Masonic temple. It was literally like fucking 8 bands, and it went like from like 4 o'clock till like 11 at night or something like that. It was
Yeah, that
crazy.
was like that's how we used to run
So
shows back in the
much.
day. It was 8 and all day bills. It was awful. I'm so glad we don't do that
I don't
anymore.
think anyone should do that. Also, especially if people are stupid, they don't wear earplugs, right? It's like how the at the end of the day, you're like deaf. Like, huh? Especially everyone with their fucking full stacks or
Especially
half
because none
stacks
of the bands are
blasting it.
good.
Um.
And
So yeah.
blasting them
Anyways,
out of tune.
the Judgment Day. Brothers Lounge last Saturday playing to
Buy
a
My
packed
Blood,
house. My Blood, Manfish, and Dissection of
Manfish?
Spirit. Manfish. Yes, I don't know.
8 hours for 3 bands?
No, I think playing to a packed concert hall were By the Blood, Manfish, and Dissection of Spirit. I think that's like the headliners. Wait, what? Yeah, it says iterations of
Okay, it
8 hour
just
fest.
said, 8-hour metal fest, and then they list 3 bands, and I'm like, "Yo, that's crazy work." Like,
But
I would be breaking things
was there
too.
massive intermissions between each? Like the set times were like spread out. I guess if you do it where they play an hour or so and you spread it out long enough, I guess 8 hours could be possible. Excuse me. Judgment Day sold out. What worried him instead of the toll? Take over the managing. Blah blah. 3 microphones were slammed and destroyed. Lona told Scene the woman restrained was covered in blood because some girl got kicked in the face. It was chaos. You remember that girl that got that band where the guy did a front flip and paralyzed that chick? They came to Hawthorne
Yeah.
right the fuck after that happened, and they were like, they like said stuff like, "Yeah, we feel really bad," but then like they were all laughing about it. Yeah, they were not. I don't think they were great in my opinion. And then they like had to pay. Also, everyone's like, "Oh, she'll probably be okay," and then I think she's like, "Nope, I'm paralyzed." So like, that whole incident was
So
terrible. That was a terrible incident. Anyways, I was confused. This popped up when I was looking at Turnstile. I guess when I was just looking at hardcore stuff, it was popped up. I was like, why did I didn't know if this had anything.
it's just funny because like I get that's a lot. I don't like that damage would happen, but it's like
No,
3
fuck
mics
no,
were
yeah.
destroyed. Someone was kicked, and then the back line
Blood.
was damaged. And I'm just like, that kind of just sounds like a punk show.
That just sounds like a
Like,
normal. You should
like
see the
3
shows.
mics is a lot. 3 mics is a lot, but like to like sometimes a mic will break. Usually any backing kit is pretty fucking damaged. Like,
Yeah.
they're just like, we had one metal show and couldn't handle it.
I mean, you know what's really funny is even shows. I
It
guess
sucks. Like, I don't like damage, but it makes it seem like they were like, they threw the cabs and stomped on them and burned the venue down. It's like we had 3 broken mics. It's like, you just take it out of the money. Just take it out of the money.
see that kind of bullshit. That gets taken out of their payment if it's like if there's a
Yeah, that's
contract
what I'm saying. Where
written
it's like,
for damages or
it
anything.
shouldn't
Yeah.
happen,
Get this, like
but
ICP.
like, yeah.
ICP when they book venues, they shoot Fago everywhere. They pay a $600 deposit.
Yeah.
And then usually they'll
Yeah,
put carpet
fuck it.
down and this and that. Yeah. Jason Evers, Manfish's vocalist. He better dress up like a big fish head or something. That'd be stupid if he did. Member of Marshall Lover. The collector that hosted the show, he felt singled out by Plona's email, especially after the band others willingly comp the damage that night via cut of their payout. We were just saying that. Dude, they literally were like, yeah, you take it out of
Yeah.
our check. And they're like, we just don't
Show
want
went
the.
fine. It was
Well,
pretty smooth. See what I'm saying?
It was pretty smooth originally.
Show
I don't
went
honestly
fine.
know
It
why
was
he's being
pretty smooth,
straw.
actually.
The mic got broken. He's like, shut it down. We're closing this venue. Fuck this shit. We're not doing this shit ever again.
Yeah.
Like, so stupid. Reopening didn't. I think, yeah, it's just shitty venue.
That's so funny.
I didn't know if there was more to the story.
It's definitely blown out of proportion. That's a crazy thing to read, though. It's really funny. Like, some venues, they just don't do it. That's fine. They don't have to have the shows. Like, that's fine. To make it to be like a whole big thing after that, like, especially if they were like, oh, we're sorry, here, take the money, like, whatever. Like, all right, cool, be done.
On,
Like,
take the
that's
money
it.
and run.
Like,
That just oh god. Let's get out. Turnstile 2 Grammys. What did they win for? They won for best alternative. I guess it's alternative.
Performance and
Best rock performance. Never enough.
Those are the nominations. No, best album and best metal performance.
Oh
Those
shit!
are
sorry, I didn't even read.
the wins.
Never enough. The album. Why isn't it should have got an award for Glow On, in my opinion. I think Glow On would retroactively going back to give Glow On a fucking Grammy. But it's that
Well, like
year,
I said,
right?
it's
Yeah.
that extra that made
Burns.
production. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. You know.
Also, what the fuck is this metal performance? Why are they under the metal performance? Because they're like they don't have. I guess they don't subgenre like. You know, they don't have a subgenre performance like accreditations or not
hardcore or something. They probably thought it was like hardcore exists closer to metal than it does alternative. That's probably why it got put in that category. That's what I can think of.
Is there no punk sections for Grammys? Did Green Day ever win a punk?
Or that's what I'm saying.
They don't nominate.
I think Green Day must have won something.
Dude, Green Day. You see Green Day at the Super Bowl? Everyone was like, "Oh, they chickened out," and I'm like, "Did they say anything about ICE or anything?" And like, they just said "fuck America" or something, like in American Idiot, "Someone and fuck America" or something, and it got edited out. I was like, "Oh, okay." Like I wasn't, you know, I'm not sitting here going, you know, Green Day better be the arbiters of fucking political justice at a Super Bowl performance.
So many Grammys.
The Green Day won Grammys? How many Grammys did
they've won 5 Grammys from 23 nominations. But once again, after it was like American Idiot on, it seems.
How about I had bro, Dookie didn't get a Grammy? What the fuck? Can you search on the Grammy site for an artist? Let's see.
Great name.
How many Grammys did Beyonce get? 35 wins, 99 nominations.
Oh, 1995. Best alternative music album.
What about Title Fight? Title Fight didn't get. It's never enough. But anyways, yeah. So Turnstile. You know, all right, let's dive a little more. We've already been on for an hour almost. Holy shit. I'm flies when you're talking about turns. So let's get more. Let's get into the drama. Let's get into the drama with the guitar.
Oh yeah, let's get into the juicy stuff.
Let's get into we're getting into the juicy details. Let's get into when the guitar. So I want to know. I don't know anything about him personally. I don't know anything if there's anything you know or anyone you know personally, because you said you were close to that scene in some way. Is there anyone you know musically who knew him in some way or like knows what's going on?
Brady?
Apparently, I found out it's a lot. He's kind of does a lot. He's like an addict or he does drugs or. I
don't know any of these people personally. Like Bear just went to tour them.
I just meant like anyone.
I don't have any. Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, respectfully, that all sucks, and I always hope for recovery and all that stuff. It seems like there's obviously unresolved issues in general, which you know who can't relate to that. But doesn't seem like the best way to maybe handle some of it.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like. You know, I'm sure he's probably like whatever. I'm sure his feelings are valid. I'm sure he like, you know, feels disgruntled and wants to say some shit. But like, yeah, sometimes it just hurts you more. And then he ended up getting kicked out of the band, which is, you know, unfortunate. But
one of the main points is he made some pretty damning accusations about how Brendan took $10,000 of their money they did for Turnstile drama. I'll just type turn. Something will come up. Taurus left the band. Blah blah. So he left. There we go. Oh, why is it showing Green Day? I'm clicking. Okay. Disgruntled ex-Turnstile guitarist fired by his new band for the trashing Turnstile. So like, I'm sure some of these guys are friends with them, and they probably just were like, "Dude, what the fuck is your problem, dude?" It's like, yeah. But he made accusations that they fucking him, Brandon or something, took $4,000 out of the money to use for merch, but then was just pocketing it. I think was the statement. And so it's like he's saying like that's pretty damning, like make it someone without like actual proof or substantial like you know evidence, like not that like Brandon
and it's also looks pretty bad. It's with what the set did afterwards, you know.
I think
The
that
set,
is what
his
put
band.
I think that's what put
Yeah.
the dagger in like any kind of like conspiring against Turnstile from anyone's just like, oh dude, Turnstile money charity. I didn't have the actual link to like for here we go. So it says former Turnstile member Brady Ebert has a new band, a new boldness to shade his former bandmates. The guitarist has made allegations against his former bandmates. I just wanted to read the actual statement. New hardcore. Some people were saying, wasn't the whole point of that band was that it's the guitar player from Turnstile, and then they kicked him out? Like what else? I mean, I don't know much about that band's inception or like what they were like working towards, if they were just kind of a band that he just joined and then they're like, oh, you were in Turnstile, so and they're really famous, so we'll use some of that. But then also he's like hates Turnstile and he left and he's like fuck them, so the last thing he'd probably want to do is use that to rep his new band, but unless he knew it would just bring us, I guess, them in some way. But he doesn't seem like the type of guy that's like cares about the success. He's like, I don't give a shit, I want to play hardcore or something. So no one in Turnstile cares about all the ethics and social issues in general, he wrote. They're just pandering to their audience. Then he alleged that the band's first free show, they all claimed all proceeds go to healthcare for the homeless. Brady Ebert claims that Turnstile's frontman Bernie Yates stole money from a charity concert. Ebert claims that the band raised $10,000 at the show. He also claims that Turnstile frontman Brandon Yates later stole $4,000 from that revenue and claimed that he did it because he needed to pay the merch bill. Ebert said he believed this was false. Also, I mean, that alone itself to do that is kind of if you're going under the guise of like, we're doing this whole show and it's going to charity, and then you just pocket like half of it, not a good look in general. If that is even remotely true, not the best look. I can understand that if they're like, well, you know, we got all the merch and they were gonna like use that merch to split more money, and they're like, hey, we got to pay for the merch to get made, or to pay for the merch because we knew that we'd make some money. But who knows what the agreement was? Maybe the agreement was that they're like, hey, we're going to split the money with you, but we also have to use this to the merch, and then maybe we'll split some of the merch cut with you. If that was like the setup, I don't think there's anything wrong with that inherently, because it's all money going towards the charity. So if you're going to use some of that money made to pay off the merch that you already are getting, when you get into charity stuff like that, it gets a little sticky because you get into nonprofit stuff and other companies, like they're going to be paying, you know, they're taking that money to a nonprofit maybe, but that nonprofit is going to use some of that money to pay the people that are doing the job. So at what point are you like going to demonize someone for using some sort of charity funds to implicate to like trying to use a word, I forgot what I was going to say. There's nothing wrong with using the money donated to actually do what you're using the message, like what you're standing for. There's nothing wrong with using those funds to allocate to get what your fucking mission statement is for your like nonprofit and stuff like that. If you're gonna have to feed homeless people and this and that, and you have to do this, or they're like, we're making merch to sell so that we can, or we already made merch but we fronted it because once we get that money we can just pay part of it off because we are donating part of it. So I don't know. Someone would have to do more research on that.
Yeah, I don't know how merch works in the big world, you know, because like that's probably massive amount of merch, you know, that it could be all upfront stuff, you know, for all I know. But for like for the smaller stuff, like you're not getting product without paying for it. So it seems wild. But like when it comes to a massive thing, I'm sure it's a more of a liquid chain where it's like it gets printed, I get the money by this date after the show, whatever, this and that. It's like a different business transaction. Also the issue, it could have gone to that too. Like I don't know. Like
also the issue is,
I think like the immediate thing is to claim it's false without like proving it in some way.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying like to claim that he said, you know, taking the money was for merch was false, and it's like, cool, prove it, because like, which sucks because that's a terrible like when do you ever take fucking photographic evidence? But like, because that's like hard thing to say, but you know, it's hard. That's such a big thing to put out there without looking like buck wild crazy. And of course there's backlash to that too, you know what I'm saying? Like
it sounds sketchy, and if he's I can't not take his stance into account that there might be a truth in there, because there might be a truth in there, and a lot of people will jump to
Yeah,
have we not
absolutely.
learned our lesson of every band and other people where they're like, no, they're innocent, they're in it, right? And then, oh shit, the guy did assault this girl. Oh my god, like I do not
Yeah.
hold everyone to a pedestal that they're like infallible, and you should never do that for any artist, for
Yeah.
anyone. And I think that the more we all start going, let's all just hold our thoughts and wait till we see exactly what happens.
Yeah.
But it's hard when you think, oh, this is kind of sketchy or skeptical, but you're like, I want to hold thoughts, but then they're going on and winning Grammys and they're getting so much praise and they're just like, and I can only imagine from a petty standpoint of like the guy, he's probably pissed. I don't think he would be saying this if there wasn't any truth to it. Because why would you just be
that's
throwing
the thing
that
too.
out?
It's just really serious, right? It's really serious to say just like out there, because like
Yeah, that's
there
defamation.
there's definitely different ways that you can it puts you in trouble. So that's where I'm like,
Yeah.
there needs to be
Libel.
something that comes after it. I guess that's what I was trying to say. I just wasn't saying it right, because like
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, because like, just being like, here's an accusation that now could be held against me legally. That's like wild to just be like, I would ask him about this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like something to be like, or hey, can we bring this up now that we can talk about something? Can we talk about this publicly? Like something that's like a little different. But I don't know how things go behind the scenes. Like there's previous drama, like there was restraining orders involved, and they like.
So the next
like,
thing
there's a
you're
lot
saying
going
with
on,
that,
so.
let's go to the next part. It says next, Ebert seemed to reference his controversial. Sorry, I was trying
Controversial.
I thought it said I was not reading that right. 2022 exit from the
No, you're
band.
good.
Lamb Goat reports. I know I'm good. I'm good as fuck, bro. I was getting, at the time, Turnstile drummer Daniel Fang was said to have filed a restraining order. What?
Because you were like, I'm good as fuck, and you're like, the drummer. The drummer.
Sorry, Freudian slip. I'm
funny.
dumber. I'm dumber than I thought. I'm trying to present like I'm fucking
right,
intelligent. Anyways, the
You're very intelligent,
drummer Turnstile Daniel Fang was said to have filed a restraining order against Ebert. There are a few official details about this situation, but that did not stop Ebert from weighing in on heroin. I'm just kidding. At the time, neither Turnstile nor reps for the band have responded to Ebert's claims. Ebert wrote, also, my friends filed a restraining order, and guess what? They had two lawyers with them, ABD, and this is his statement.
And
this is
the
is
official
a quote.
like tweet or
And
whatever. Yeah,
this motherfucker, bro. I showed up to the court. BT, dude, was he fucked up when he wrote this? And the judge denied the restraining order.
I misspell shit all the time.
No, I know, but if you're gonna make a statement and you're blasting that serious of a shit, and you're gonna sit there and just like fuck up through all of it, who's he? Me? I'm just kidding. Anyways, sorry, there was a statute of the laws about what qualifies for a restraining order. So he's so refined and everything else, but then fucks up a little thing. Okay. That they were able to meet the requirements. In other words, they had no reason to file it, and it was all over text messages, which they showed the judge, and the judge agreed with me without me even having to testify. So next time, before you spread bullshit misinformation, say that shit to my dude. What a hardcore sentence. I've never heard anything more. You say that shit to my face, I'll beat your ass. You know, like, just, I mean, not to, I'm just being so.
Yeah, that's the thing too, is like with that previous stuff, it's like if it makes it harder to not believe, like, because if he's already said that stuff and that seems to be legit,
Well, it's like you put a restraining order. I'm like, why? Because
I don't know, man. It's all
probably
weird
kept harassing.
Shit. Like,
he kept harassing the drummer about shit. So he like, I'm gonna put a restraining order on you. It seems weird. I'm more inclined to believe Turnstile. Maybe that was a weird iffy thing. But then he made statements about how they don't even fucking give a shit about the politics stuff. They just say it. And then there was one note where it's like, yeah, you said fuck ice and all this shit, but then at the Grammys, you don't say a word. You don't say anything. It's like you have that platform there to say something, which everyone else was. You got Billie Eilish up there saying fuck ice, and then the hardcore band that's talking positivity. Like there are elements of stuff that don't make sense to me. Like that doesn't make sense. Like, I mean, because what, you don't want to like.
But you got to think too, everything's still like very calculated moves by people, whether it's the right or wrong thing like that they did. Like
It's fun
this
to be
shit's like really thought out by people. So
well, it's fun
like
to be
everyone likes to think,
calculated,
oh,
but
it's
the
life
messaging's
is
kind
just
of
so
off.
natural. But like a lot of this stuff is like for a reason. He could have chose to not talk about that for a reason, which is silly. But
No, for sure. I just and here's the thing,
I
like to an
just
extent, a larger statement in the hardcore crew, the hardcore scene is like the larger statement is like what kind of signaling is people that are in bands where they say they're all about something, and then when things are happening, they're just quiet and they're calculated and they're like trying to be safe. And I'm like, it doesn't sound like, there's one thing to go flying off and saying fucked up shit and being violent, and I get that to be somewhat smarter about stuff, which even with these accusations, they haven't said a word. When the kid got maced in the face, he didn't they didn't say a thing about it. Like, you think they would be like, hey, I don't even, maybe they did make a statement on kid pepper spray. You know what I mean? Like, if you were at a hardcore show and you saw a cop fucking to the dome, straight in the eyes, pepper spray a fucking kid, and you guys all saw it in the band, probably stop and start talking shit. I would assume you'd probably say something. I would say something. I'd be like, why the fuck,
yeah.
and they all just like, in the moment, it's chaotic. Kids are running around. I get that. But it's also like, if they're like, he fucking peppers, like, if you can, I guess, you know what, maybe I'm just I'm thinking that there's more to it when it's really like, bro, they're playing. They're like, what the fuck just happened? You don't know what's going on. I think my reaction is to be
Well,
like,
I'm sure.
you
So
should have said.
I'm sure that there's like, yeah, I'm sure at the time they didn't see shit because like when you're playing to that many people, I'm sure you're not seeing
Well,
it.
the
Like,
bass player was like, oh
but
shit, because he got
I
hit in the
do
face.
remember.
He got overspray.
Yeah, I do remember. Oh, okay. Well, then that's
Oh
I
no, yeah,
didn't
and
see
then the
it then,
kid,
but I
he
guess
helped
like
the kid.
it's
Sorry.
yeah, it's like no, yeah, you're fine. But I do remember that there was a lot of silence after it, but I didn't follow up with it because I guess like when you don't hear about it, you just assume that something was taken care of
Yeah.
anymore. Like I feel like anymore, especially in like this like music scene, it's like if something wasn't taken care of correctly, it is everywhere afterwards. Like,
So,
like
pepper
just like
spray and
that
50-year-old
whole
kid.
thing with the girl or the person in the camera in that hardcore band, like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot that like blew up really quick.
And
So
then I watched the actual video of it, and I was like, oh, he kind of just like kind of grabbed and pushed it away, and I'm like, and maybe it dropped or this and that. Not to excuse it, but it didn't seem as. I think it's just, people see something happening and then they want to just clickbait it, and I think there's just so much. This is a larger statement of like media and social media and just news, and even fucking right now there's this shit going on about Furnace Fest in like Georgia or where I think it's, or in Alabama.
mhm.
Ashley knows Mike Zimmer, the guy who started So What Fest, who was the co-owner of Furnace Fest. She did stuff with him back in the day, like working on like going to a So What and doing stuff like venue stuff. Or I don't remember exactly what it is, but she was involved going out and helping with some events and working or doing something. So he was actually here, the guy that the guy I'm talking about, he was just here. His rave, he has like a blood rave. It's called Blade Rave, where it's basically like goth shit, like in the Blade movie, where and they shoot blood everywhere.
Oh yeah,
It was
the
at
first one, yeah.
Hawthorne. It was we popped in for a minute to say hi. But even that, he made a statement about the other co-owners of Furnace Fest where they're selling the festival off, and then how him and the other guy who were part of it, who did all the fucking legwork, got booted and kind of like left out in the cold, and then they sold all of it without talking to them. And the guy just made a statement about how they kind of fucked it up. And then it's like, guy from Mike Zimmer or whatever, the guy like from who's did So What's talking shit and being mad and pissed off, and he's like in the comment on the main thing for like metal injection or some site, he's like, I just was telling the truth. I don't know, I'm not talking shit, like, or I forgot exactly what he said, but he's like, I'm
Yeah.
not like doing anything but just telling what happened. I don't know why the fuck these news articles are just running with shit to like, they're trying to get clicks, The click environment is like, it's all about just getting clicks.
Yeah.
Trying to get thumbnails on
it's
YouTube
like
videos trying to
the
get fucking people's
desperation
attention.
of outlets changes the narrative as well too. Yeah, that's another hard thing
Pepper spray and
to
15
consume, because that's a whole nother level of like nasty that you don't want to expect from people,
Yeah.
like being misguided is pretty common nowadays, and it's harder and harder to like find the truth. So having outlets like that just skew it for
Yeah, it's all
clicking
it's
is
just clickbait.
rough.
And I get sucked
Yeah.
into shit like that too. I'll be flipping through and I'll see stuff and go, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh, they clickbait you." I think the worst thing is when they clickbait you with an
Like
item
I
and then or a
think
topic and then it's not even talked about in the. That's the worst of sin, I think.
yeah.
At least talk about what you're clickbaiting me. Look at those
I
boots.
think the craziest thing to think about, yeah, those boots are sick. Craziest thing to think about is like I've never been in a band that big before, or like got that big after. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never. So like that must be really hard to see. Like because he was on Glow On. He was on that record,
Is
and it
he
must hurt
on
to
this?
like see that and see where they go.
He had to have done some stuff.
He
For
no,
Glow now.
he was out. No,
Oh
he was
no.
out like right after Glow On released. It was like
I feel like I remember.
right when their touring started going heavy, that he was out of the band. Because I had some like wild thrash dude playing for a bit, and
No, I remember that. He's the guy that played. Oh no, yeah, that guy with the long hair, like a tech or something. He came out and was playing the show when I saw him at fucking Roseland. And I went, "Where's the guy with the bucket hat?" He was like synonymous with. I was like the turns. Whenever I see a bucket hat, I'm like, "Oh, yo, Turnstile hat." Well, that's it. But then I would just joke about that. But,
yeah, it sucks to see this stuff happen with Brady, because like I not knowing anything, and just like it seemed like a big blow happened, whatever reason, maybe shit was going right and he was getting in a band again, and I was hyped to see that, like, cool, get back up again, write some cool hardcore shit, like hell yeah. And then watching the videos, because they've been popping up from his friend who's in that band, or whoever the bassist of that band, they were like just recording videos of like, he's like hyped, he's like, I got the Riff King back again, this and that, and like seemed hyped to just be writing music. And then for this to happen, like, that's brutal. Like,
yeah.
That sucks to see all this. Like, I just want people to be happy and play riffs and not have all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? Because like no matter what, like I also don't like the drama and I don't like false accusations too. So obviously, like, if that is real, I don't want.
Here's the thing, Turnstile, they're gonna have to make a statement at some point. They're very calculated, and quiet. They're gonna either have to say, I think silence is complicit in some ways. So if you just fucking think it'll go,
and that's like, what was rough with the other one too, right? Because like with the pepper spray kid, it was a lot. It was like a gap between hearing anything. Because I remember people talking about how it was shit. Like they haven't said anything.
They said after, like, yeah, it's very cowardly for you to spray paint to spray the kid in the face. I'm just like, are you gonna like I mean, the only people that got involved, I will say that it was nice. The bass player, I saw a video of the kid, his dad showed up, and the dad's like, "What the fuck?" And then the bass player started talking to him. Yeah, your kid, he got maced, and the bass player was like, I don't know his name, but he was like helping the dad, and he was contacting him like, "Hey, come get your kid." Yeah. So no, like, nothing but respect for that. Like they handled it in the moment, but. And then the venue and everyone
also
else,
like
no one got held accountable.
We're also really quick to we're really quick to like really judge people and not assess how people are reacting in the time too. Like,
no, I know. I mean, I do that too.
Bassist doing his best he can, this and that. Like they've never dealt with an incident like that before. There's a lot of that stuff.
I do understand the aspect of
it's hard. It's all that shit's like.
Was it a festival or was
it hard to weigh in? It was
like a big stage outside, so it was like. I don't know.
I thought it was one of their bigger outside shows from the Glow On tour, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, here's the issue with that. One of my friends she's from Virginia. It's happened in Virginia. When we were working the Turnstile show, she was like the manager doing merch when we were selling for Turnstile, and she said that oh yeah, that's like pretty normal. I think at shows sometimes cops just show up and like they have security and everything's being handled fine. Cops show up and they pull out pepper spray and just start fucking macing kids in the face. And they're laughing. He's sitting there like just waiting for that kid to come up so he can mace him. Even though there's like a bunch of other kids. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not even so much anything to do with Turnstile as if anything was their fault. That's not what I'm ever claiming. I'm just saying that I just wish they were a little more louder about how it was fucked up. And instead of just like making, I don't know if their statement, it said they made a statement. Like, oh, this is kind of lame. Like on social media.
Yeah,
Like,
I found a website.
like,
there's like 4 different videos of body cam of footage of it of after it happened.
Oh, really?
There's a 5 different body cam videos of like
here's this story after the
people,
Grammys.
and
I'm like, did they
like
say anything
causes
at the Grammys?
outrage.
And I'm not sitting here that Turnstile has to speak up and be so over the top about stuff. I just think that if you have that platform, people would like to hear you. I'm not saying that you have to, but people would like to hear you stand up for like shit that needs to be said. And or if you're signaling on your social media all the time about fuck ice and all those other shows, like you think you would try to say something important when you're like on fucking national television as a band that's hardcore that usually rebukes fucking propaganda bullshit and other stuff. But Turnstile got political on social media after taking two Grammys on Sunday, warning of heightened state of violence while showing solidarity with those who are currently oppressed in America and abroad. I mean, that is just I mean, not that it has to be targeted, but I was just like, that's just a very, it's getting violent, and with everyone in America. It's like, okay, that's good. That's good. I mean, I appreciate it, but not really saying.
Yeah, it seems like really like it seems like they're being told what to say,
well,
like
their
to
management
keep safe
probably,
or something, you know, like
I mean, I get that.
Like, and I don't, you know, agree or not. Like, that just seems like that's what's happening.
The message,
like, they're massive now, right? Like, that's.
Yeah. Well, here we go. The message came after the Baltimore hardcore band received blowback from the hardcore community for not getting political during their 2 acceptance Grammy premiere ceremony. In an Instagram post, I'll pull up in a tab. The band shared footage of singer Brendan Yates' speech from Best Rock Album, along with the following written statement. On Sunday, I mean, that itself goes, well, we didn't say anything because we're told we shouldn't say it. But they're like, well, on our Instagram, we could say it to our fans, but not publicly because we don't want to like ruin our public image. So for me, I'm like, okay, well, if you have real strong feelings about shit and your management's telling you no, I can get that. But like, what are you going to do? You're going to get dropped by your fucking label? Like, I mean, you guys could get on any fucking label you wanted at this point. You're fucking huge. You won Grammys. You know, I mean, but there's contracts and stuff. It's, you know, on Sunday, our band won 2 Grammys for Best Rock Album Metal Performance. We never thought we'd be in these rooms, but we are very grateful to be here. The band has never been about an individual, but rather about a collective searching for a common thread in a world where those threads are being hidden from us. The world likes to tell us who we are and what we're not, but the truth is we belong to nothing and we belong to everyone. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's just very vague in my opinion, but like, I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm just like, it's so fucking like someone wrote this for something. I don't know. It doesn't sound like something they would say.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, it seems like,
okay, here we go. We are watching people being pushed to their homes here in America, in Palestine, in Sudan, in Iran, everywhere, as if they don't belong to them, as we don't belong to each vehicle for voices that are buried, that are alien. Turnstile has always existed as an alien thing. Nod to Alien Boy. Thank you for our family, our friends, partners, our peers for continuing to shape us, give us a sense of belonging. Thank you to anyone who has ever come to a show and swung in the dark with us. Thank you for our team who fight for us to be in the room. Thank you, Baltimore, for giving us a stage. Thank you to everyone who allowed this band to be a mirror for this community. I think it's not so much that they have to do anything specific. It's just that I think a lot of people just expected probably be a little bit more vocal about, like, to me, I'm like,
well, that's what hardcore is. That's like, you know, that's,
you see, like,
white, they want a Grammy. They're not a hardcore band. That's the argument, right?
Yeah.
It's like, you're not, you know, they're a Grammy award-winning band now. They're not, you're
gonna take an award for this metal. I mean, it's like nothing makes sense anymore to an extent. Like, you know, it doesn't.
That's not about. It's just like it seems like it seems very calculated and safe is what it seems to me. Like, then, like I said, that's, I don't know. It's just fucking bullshit. It's definitely none of it's punk and attitude, you know?
Yeah. And I think, you know, punk, you know, people have different renditions of what they
has given us a safe place.
what they think punk is and what punk really is. And I'm like, punk isn't about a single person. It's not about a scene. It's not about how you dress. It's not about like it's about. I mean, at the end of the day, I guess it's about people getting together and connect. I mean, everything comes down to like a social experience, in my opinion.
There's also things at play. Like, what if the Grammys told them they weren't allowed to say shit without a massive fine, and they couldn't afford it? And
Yeah.
like the people that did say it could afford the fine. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because they're bigger names.
Yeah, no, I mean that makes sense.
There's
too.
just a lot to it. Then with none of it being said, this is like the same shit. It's like just guessing and guessing and guessing.
Well,
it's
you
like,
know who doesn't?
you don't know all of it, and you know it's all weird, shady, you know, smoke and mirrors. So you can't say it all. That's,
No.
you know, business.
And who am I to
business.
sit there and think in those positions? If I was sitting there, I'm like, I already have enough anxiety as it is in everyday life and other shit where I'm like trying to be like, hey, if you say anything like this, you're gonna get fined thousands of dollars and this and that, or we're gonna take it away. And you're like, yeah, the pressure amounts to a lot when you're in situations. But I think for the people that fly off and don't give a fuck and still speak up and all this other shit, I have a tremendous amount of respect. I still respect Turnstile and what they're doing, and they're still pushing that narrative of like, hey, fuck ICE and all this stuff, and they're still doing what they can, but they're also like in an echelon of like, see, if I was like fucking homies with one of the band members and stuff, my perception of like thinking they should be saying more, and if it was someone I knew who was like, dude, well, like, I'd be more sympathetic, obviously, and I'd be like, hey, they're doing their best, you know, they just can't say certain things and this and that, and you know,
it's hard to play a devil's
sucks.
advocate, especially in a time when you're not like there are like serious moral things at play. So when you try to play devil's advocate on some really seriously morally fucked up things, you're like, it sounds like you're being like, you know, like you're aiding in the process of making
complicit.
It worse. Like,
you're
it's
complicit, just like, or you're blasé.
Yeah,
you're like, I don't give a shit. Like, it doesn't affect me.
Yeah, which is that's not how I feel either. It's just like it's so hard to digest it all, and then I don't want to like assume one way or the other, because all that does is get me in trouble. You know, it gets like that's what gets people in trouble, is like too many assumptions one way or another. I hate that any of this is happening. I also hate that, you know, if that is true, I hate that happened. I hope that was paid back accordingly, you know.
Or there was some other stipulation.
What if it did happen and it was immediately paid back? You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows? Like, it's
or maybe they asked, hey, can we do this? But we'll pay. But yeah, we don't know, and we're not going to make statements that we know for sure. But you know what I do know? That
don't fucking clip us saying that we said something that we didn't mean, okay? Because it's not the case.
They clip it on someone clips it, and they're like, we think Turnstile, they killed everyone, and cops, they hate cops, and they will murder cops. Like, they cut it to where it's all saying like they murdered cops, and we think they're gonna die. But yeah, I don't know, being silly. But you know what, the one person who isn't careful with what they say, Brandon, what is his name? Or Brady Ebert. This motherfucker. I want to read this shit. Yeah, my man. There's more. I want to see if there's more behind this. Last week in Turnstile won their first Grammys. He's like, fuck them. Taking home trophies for best rock album, best metal performance. Oh, dude, that probably hurt him too, because he's the motherfucker with the Jackson, with the fucking whammy doing all the noodles and shit. He's like, fuck you, I'm metal.
Well, it's just like, think about like being a musician and being like, wow, the band that I was kicked out of just won a Grammy. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'd be better. I'd be better.
Like, how did I fuck that one up? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, taking him trophies. The Triumph happened shortly after Turnstile guitarist Brady Ebert made some inflammatory comments about the band, blah blah blah. And then he's like saying their anti-ICE statement was pandering to their audience. Maybe, I don't know. And that no one in the group cares at all about ethics or social issues. I can't imagine. I think that's over. Or he also accused them of misusing charity funds. Blah, blah. So Ebert's new band Set has kicked him out. Brady is no longer the member of Set. We will not stand by his ridiculous comments and behavior towards the members of our band and our community. The Set wrote on social media, let's say a couple weeks ago, the Set announced their debut EP. Oh, sorry. Self-Evident Truth.
Self-Evident Truth.
Our next, where they are.
I don't know if that's how the song goes.
They're a new band, right? Like, they weren't a band and then he joined.
Yeah, right? They literally. Yeah, they. I think they. Yeah. made it together. Yeah, I think
they
yeah.
have one song out, TMT Depart, but it's like he's in the video and he's on the album. It's gonna, yeah,
He's like walking around, you know.
Yeah, it reminds me of this other band.
Yeah.
Let's see, Brady. Well, not different. Brady is no longer a member of the set. We will not stand by his ridiculous comments and behavior towards blah blah blah. So, and that's it. I guess that's the end of the story. They said, "Fuck him. We're friends with Turnstile. We want to hang out with Grammy winners."
That song.
Oh yeah, I'll play that.
Play that set song. Let's watch that video.
Shabba-dibba-shabba-doo.
TMT.
Oh, what is it? Self-evident truth. Oh, that's what's
self-evident truth.
I didn't really. Man, they already have they have tour dates and shit.
Yeah, damn. This whole band shit.
With a gun.
With a gun.
God damn, boy. It's good. It's just pretty thrashy. Yeah. Tupac.
It's not what you see, what you believe. Not defined by them, but by you and
I don't want to be mean, but if you look at his face, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Anyone that has addiction issues, I'm not trying to make fun of it, but I'm just stating the fact that I don't know if he's always had issues with his face, but a lot of times people, when they're either, I don't know what drug he was like accused of being an addict. I think he was being an addict in Turnstile. That's kind of like what led to him being kicked out, kind of leaving or being pushed out. But they didn't want to be mean, so he kind of like left, and they marketed. I think that's what the story is. They're marketing it as, oh, he kind of like left, but really they were like, you can't be. But his face, like there's a lot of times where I feel like usually people that do a lot of meth and stuff, they their face, like, because you're smoking like fucking gnarly chemicals and shit, it starts ruining your life, and you're not eating right, you're not doing stuff. So like, there's some stuff, I don't know if it's just he has issues with his face or like acne or stuff, but if that,
I mean, it could just be dermatology stuff, you know.
It could be with how frequent this happened and being shot and all this. Almost like I'm just saying it goes towards the argument
you
that
can
he's
straight up be body shaming right now, homie.
I'm not body
Who
shaming. Body shame. I'm not saying that his ugly fucking face that's too wide. I'm just saying that if that is something that is, to me, speaks that like maybe he does have addiction issues and or like kind of maybe makes me go, oh, maybe, I don't know. If you have problems with your face and like you have acne, I would never make fun of people. Not body shaming. Some people can't control it, right? But clean it up. No, I'm an ableist, okay? Usually I'm accusing everyone else of being ableist. Is it the motherfucking truth?
I knew it was something like that. I always sang it. This is TMT. The motherfucking truth. I knew it was something like that because I remember it was.
Is that it? Is that the whole song? Oh, hold on. That part he goes, bah!
Yeah.
Right here.
Ha! Ha! It's the motherfucking truth.
He's just back there hitting a joint.
Yeah,
and they're all like
very,
this.
very tough guy.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, musically, I'm like, it slaps. Like, I don't hate it. I just, a lot of the, I never was a big, like, East Coast, like, hardcore band guy, like, with some band. Some bands do it really well, but I just, I think one of my first introductions to, hardcore stuff is like my feed on YouTube.
I know, doesn't it? Right? That's
it feels weird.
I always think of it as like, yeah, you feel like you're. Wait, hold on. We're invading some privacy here. Looking at my YouTube feed.
This is my algorithm. I don't want to show people. It's just all political.
Yeah,
shit
I always do that. Where I'm like, I don't
know.
want people to see what I'm watching. I don't know where you're like, oh wait, maybe I do watch weird shit.
It's all bilateral PTSD fucking like music, like help your like nervous system. I don't want people to see it.
do you really watch reactions? Like, not really. They're related.
It's the motherfucking truth. Let's see. Is it Barry?
That riff at the end is fun.
Barry or Dead. I think this is one band I remember seeing. Or Dead to Fall. Fuck that band.
Dead to Fall. Yeah.
Dead to Fall was so bad. It was The Color of Money. Like,
I was at the
look at this shit.
I was at the nighttime medicine place.
The nighttime.
Ooh. Yeah.
You know this shit?
Yeah, it's been a while. I once again despise this music.
You're weak. Did you see that we were strong? I say you're weak. Did you see we're strong? We all make mistakes in life.
I never make mistakes.
The same time you make mine. You found a man.
We all make mistakes in life, but we learn from it and we become a better person. Dun, 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 dun. Love your family and your friends. Dun, dun, dun. Just the breakdown shit. I don't know how many breakdowns I can hear in one life.
I love my family, but
my family makes me fucking responsible for my emotions when I go fly off, and then I'm like, I'm so sorry, and I have to take responsibility. Dun, dun, dun.
My family fucking loves me.
My family loves me. I defend my family. Bah, bah, bah. I'll kill for my family. And they're all like in suits. Dude, Dead to Fall. I just gotta look at this, man. I feel like it was a bunch of video of like shows. Oh, they were so terrible.
Yeah, I remember the Dead to Fall artwork.
Chum Fiesta. Was this the video?
Zesty song.
Maybe they weren't as bad. I don't know. I feel like this album. Oh, everyone had LTVs or ESPs. It's so bad. There's a level of like during those days, everyone just wanted to be Darkest Hour. I don't know if you ever listened to that. Everyone just wanted to be Darkest Hour. And they all it's just like the, and it's funny because most of like Darkest Hour in those bands, all they did was just rip off all the Norwegian death metal bands like At the Gates and shit, and they're just ripping them off, but like shitty, like a very sloppy version of them. Also, rest in peace, my fucking guy. I almost forgot the singer of At the Gates died not that long, like a while ago.
Yeah,
and I almost
long ago. Rest in peace,
Thomas Lindberg. Oh, I was so sad. He had cancer. Thomas, God, he was amazing. Yeah. His fucking screams. He was so fucking. I'm just glad I got to see him live in like 2008. I saw At the Gates.
Long face.
Bro, when you were like going through Power Violence and grind shit and you were doing all the heavy, I'm like, bro, I was like going to fucking like death metal shows. I was a little death metal kid. Gothenburg, Sweden. He's 52. Damn, he was a baby. Gothenburg.
Instead, we were having our lives threatened watching failures in a fucked up Brooklyn flat. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
I was in San Francisco watching At the Gates. You know,
yeah,
it was Municipal Waste opened for them. That was the first time I was like, dude, Municipal Waste is fucking sick. And it was a band called Repulsion. They were like, I just remember because one of the guitarist players. At that time I was like I was pretty young, and I was just like, what? And he was like wearing a dress, and I'm like, is it? And I think I wasn't sure. I'm like, oh, they're trans, but I didn't know, and I was just like, why are they in a dress? And that was before I even fucking. I didn't. Oh even
yeah, well
know.
that was a long time ago. It was a lot less common.
Yeah, no, and I was just like, what?
So,
and I just
for sure.
Repulsion.
Is that what you said?
Repulsion. Yeah. British psychological horror film. That's Roman Polanski.
Repulsion band.
Repulsion. But yeah, it's maybe it wasn't them. No, that's not. I don't know. I'd have to look at that fucking lineup for that. But I do have to say that.
I was actually I was saying right before we watched the set thing. I ran into someone at the nighttime medicine place, and he's wearing a Mastodon shirt, and I was like, sick shirt, talked about Mastodon, blah, blah, blah. And then we were talking. He's like, yeah, I'm really into more like the death metal stuff. I used to go to Backstage all the time. And I was like, oh shit, there's a sick show I saw there. Backstage was the Kingston venue. So Cafe Met was Wilkes-Barre. Right across the bridge was Kingston, where Title Fight's famously from. Backstage was the venue. That venue is kind of shady as fuck because the sound guy would like pull out like a airsoft gun and shoot kids for no reason. And like,
what an asshole.
it was really fucked
Holy
up.
shit.
Yeah, dude, it was
That's
really
crazy.
fucked up. So anyway, but we played there a few times, and one of the shows I saw there was so sick. It was I went to go see Black Dahlia Murder.
Oh fuck.
And it was them,
Sick.
the Red Chord, and Goat Whore.
Oh wow,
all in the same. And this
fun
place
show,
was
probably.
like, yeah, this place was like, I didn't
you
like
don't
Goat
like-
Whore. I did buy their T-shirt because it was the sickest shirt I've ever had. But the place was like maybe 60 people tops. It's a very tiny venue. So it was like the size of like not as big as the like Twilight, the area where the bands are. It's like smaller than that. But yeah, it was wild, and the Red Chord was so sick. And then the Goat Horse shirt was
wasn't that the band that what's his name? This is Chug. Ola England. He was in that band at one point. Ola.
He was in Goat Whore?
No, he was in the Red Chord. Or was it 6 Feet Under?
6 Feet Under sounds more right.
Yeah, he was in 6 Feet Under. I was just like, I remember, my God, there's some bands when I was a kid that I fucking just loved and I saw live, and this is like dude, now I realize my peak like getting into like heavier shit was like very adjacent to Christian core, Under Oath, Norma Jean, all that shit, and then into like I remember seeing Carnifex at a fucking laser tag place in Santa Maria, California, like a fucking town of 100,000, mainly Mexican population, because it's like where all the agriculture fields and stuff are out there. So like it was like a predominantly. I never went there that many times to Santa Maria to hang out, but there was a venue there. I'm like, oh, and like metal bands would always play. That was sick. And I remember seeing Carnifex and like some bigger bands when they were not that big. I watched Ceremony play a fucking practice space in Napomo, California with like other random bands that were like metalcore, and then fucking Ceremony. They're like deathcore bands, and then Ceremony just came out and played. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And I remember being like, I don't like this band. I just like wasn't really that into it at the time. You know what? I never
really got into Ceremony.
I never was a Ceremony fan really, but I give
it on him hard, but
it's
just the vocals. I mean, he sounds like a little fucking baby who took his toy away. I just don't like it.
Well, when I saw them, I'm like, oh, this band's just trying to be Black Flag. Like it was just like so apparent that they were just trying to be like, or like just it was so. I think no. Okay, so what I did remember is that someone showed me Ceremony, and it was like metalcore shit. It was like heavy, and then all of a sudden I watched them live. I was like, yeah, this is like Ceremony. And then I watched them, and I'm like, he's just doing the punk Black Flag, like just mic stand going out, just being kind of trying to be like wild and shit. I'm just like, it was so different than what I was just listening to, so I was just confused, and I went, this kind of sucks. Like I don't like this, kind of dumb. But I was also just more ignorant and had like not as much refined music, so that's on me.
Pick the shirt out. I had this shirt. It was sick.
Are you sure you want to leave you? Why would you ask me that? Why the fuck would you ask me that? Screen. All right, hold on. Let me go to I have the Elgato right here, and I don't hit the buttons. I just click over on the mouse because I'm like using the mouse. Let's click this. Go leave you. Oh, like leave YouTube like the Goat Whore. Oh, that's actually pretty fucking. That's peak like.
Dude,
metal.
it was printed
That's
all the way
peak.
around. It was so sick.
Oh my God, really?
And
That's
then later on, I
peak
cut the sleeves
metal.
off and wore it sleeveless for a while.
You want to see what I had when I was a kid? I fucking wish I had it. It was a
Dude, they had another. Honestly, these shirts, this shirt is sick. I wish I liked this band.
I got this at Hot Topic. It was like a Converge hoodie. Fuck, I don't know if I ever would find it. It was like, oh, is that it? Oh, I found it. Yeah, this is what I had when I was a kid. It's a Converge hoodie. You see it?
No, you're on the Turnstile screen. For me.
Oh shit! It's not pulled up on this. Yeah, what about
Oh
that?
shit, that's awesome.
Yeah, it had like the two goat kind of guys, and then there was like Converge on the fucking.
That's sick.
You know what I did though? I took that and I cut the sleeves off and I made it a fucking tank top hoodie with the hood, and then I would just wear it
Hell yeah.
without the arms, and I fucking looked so fucking metalcore. I had plugs. Oh, dude, skinny jeans.
Converge is so good though. Best band.
I heard the new
this other
the new Converge album. I heard some of it. It's pretty good. It sounds like Converge. Honestly.
Yeah, it comes out in a couple days. In a couple days. Friday, I think. Yeah.
Shit. Well,
I'm so excited.
You know what we should do? We should do a video where we're listening through.
You want to do a listening party?
Oh my god, let's do a listening party. When does it come? Or we can.
I'm so into it. Let's do that.
What day is it?
I think it's Friday.
I'm working on the show.
I think Friday.
Well, if not, whatever.
We can still do a listening party on Monday if you want.
Let's just do. We'll do that on. We'll just do that on. We'll do a listening party and then we'll go into a story. We'll go into a different topic. That'll be fun. We'll have a topic ready to go, but we'll start off with the Converge listening. Although is that usually people do listening parties like when it comes out?
February 15th. That's Friday. 15th.
Converge. Shabba labba ding dong. They came out with a single.
Yeah, I actually was gonna ask if you wanted to watch it here. I gotta pee real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll get this loaded up while you pee. So, Love Is Not Enough. I think it's very similar vibes. Love Is Not Enough. Why'd you turn off your camera, bro? I want to see your room. Shabba da babba da babba ba. Get this loaded up. Oh, baby, I love your way every day. Welcome to the Lost State Show, where we talk about music. Anyone here? Anyone in the chat? Say hi if you're in the chat. Say hi if you're in the chat, if you want to. Oh, baby, I love your ways every day. Drew is taking a piss right now. So we're going to not watch this song review this guy did.
Converge released a new single titled
For some reason, whenever I'm on
the new single titled Love Is Not Enough. The hardcore band is back after 4 years, and this single is
the hardcore band is
of their upcoming album that is set to come out in February of 2026. Love Is Not Enough explores what it means to be empathetic in today's world and at what cost and stuff like that. The production is super raw.
So, bro, you're listening to like a chill fucking beats to study to song. Then you're talking about Converge.
They stated that there's no like production trickery going on within it. It's all just instruments and vocals that you hear. It flows between being catchy and
I was just watching this guy's review. He did a full.
Yeah, I heard. I had my headphones on.
Converge released a new single.
Oh, you did? Okay, well, I'll start here. I want to finish it.
That there's no like production trickery going on within it. It's all just instruments and vocals.
What's he mean production trickery? What production trickery? Kurt Ballou like put some black magic.
Post processing, I think that's what he's saying. Is like it sounds like a metal record, not a metalcore record. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
That you hear. It flows between Kurt being catchy and groovy to being extremely chaotic and blistering fast. The lead guitar in the bridge has this kind of southern twang to it, giving it this wicked fast hoedown
southern
kind
twang.
of vibe.
What are they listening to?
Drip Fed? And I enjoyed it quite a bit. My main issue with this
so good.
I love Drip. When I think of southern twang and metal, I'll just go Drip. we heard a snippet on like an Instagram video. So I like the video. It's cool. It's like an old painting.
Yeah. It just has everything I love about Converge in one song. And I love that they were sticking to blasts for as long as they did, like the chaotic blast beats.
What the fuck? A stick! The wax all on the place. See, that's how you do a breakdown.
There.
Written by George
Very
Gallardo.
Cool.
That's fucking.
George Lucas? George Lucas directed this?
George Gallardo.
This is so good.
I want to see.
Yeah, no, that was amazing looking.
George Gallardo. Who's this fucking guy? Photographer. Has 36. Founder and director of Continent. Oh, it's a lot in Spanish. A lot of comments in Spanish. So he. If it ain't an American director, I don't want to see it. No, I'm just kidding. Bro, that Bad Bunny shit was so fucking. Do you watch the Super Bowl at all? Do you like football at all? Do you watch?
No, I don't watch it. Yeah, no. I don't
that Bad Bunny, that Super Bowl performance was fucking awesome. Fucking. I just love the best part of it is how triggered all these fucking racist people get when they. I'm just like, yeah, fucking cry. I love to see you cry about the shit. Because it's like the most fun, loving, like it's like such a positive messaging, and then they're just like they just look so stupid, so hateful, dude. The Kid Rock, did you see the Kid Rock shit, bro? The Turning Point USA, let's see, Kid Rock EP USA, dude.
Yeah, let's get ready to watch some good shit.
Okay, so here's the thing now. He comes out as Kid Rock, then he comes back as his alter ego, which is his name. Fuck it. And then they're like, all right, I forgot what his real name is, something. And then he comes out like as a country
fucking
artist.
Kid Cock.
And he comes out as a country. I don't even want to. 20 million views in one day. Kid Cock. All American Halftime Show. Charlie, it's on Charlie Kirk. It was so embarrassing. So,
dude,
was just
how much of a fucking wild setup is that shit, right? Like they're on some Diddy shit with Charlie Kirk right now.
This guy, I don't even want to like click on their video to give them a view. I just want to fucking, I want to see someone else covering it. And it's like, I'll show you.
Yeah, Rock. It's like it's tough because it's like I don't even want to give it views, money, attention.
Yeah, I don't want to fucking. I mean, at this point, it's like.
Oh, was he lip singing? Is that what it was?
Yeah. He was like,
yes, I heard that they were.
I heard that
someone said that they were all lip singing.
It's Big Buddy. All right, someone else like ripped it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Mouth fishing.
Oh no, where's the Kid Rock perform? Bro, he's out there in jorts and shit, and he's lip syncing the whole time. Right here, there you go. I'll just
Hasn't every halftime.
I like Majority Report, so I don't mind.
Was Trump.
I also watch this. I just want to see the clip where he's. This is the shit.
Here's the intermission.
That's right.
Like he's like in this old man.
Go back even further.
This old man.
Go back a little, like 8 seconds, and then that's where it gets worse. Yeah, here we go.
Someone looking for you.
Coming from the guy who talks about fucking
Why is he
minors
doing
and
Warrior
shit.
2?
And like they're all like pro Kid Rock. They're playing like video slow mode. He doesn't even try to put it near his mouth. That's literally the audio.
There's
Like,
no breaks that's long enough to justify that microphone.
Also, the line "chicks with beepers" must really resonate with the young kids.
Oh yeah,
Chicks with beepers.
I love those chicks. To people under the age of like.
And then they play this shit. They're not even really playing.
And there's the pirate guy.
Is this Hamilton? Yeah.
They're not playing.
Beautiful
it's
stuff.
all fake. This is. You want to see what?
That lined up to me.
Did it?
This went on for
earlier when I was watching.
You,
it looked like they weren't even. Like,
can you
playing
imagine if
parts.
they did those two people were playing at the real Super Bowl? Why won't they represent real America?
Dude, yeah, so that was, and then he comes out as a fucking.
How did he switch from Kid Rock to Robert Ritchie? And he's wearing a different hat now, a less hat from the fedora he was wearing before.
Trucker hat, so you know what's up.
You can always put a rain check in his hand.
You can always put a rain check in his hand. Go Google the house that Robert Ritchie.
Yeah, so anyways, that was funny. I just wanted to watch this. Fucking Kid Rock.
That's crazy. He is such a loser, man.
He's such a fucking. I just can't. I can't. You know, I just
based
can't.
my whole career off
just
of
can't
stealing
even.
shit from black culture and then hating them. Like, dude,
Yeah, and then being like, I
man.
hate
Like,
fucking Bobby. Yeah, it's. But then he still has this like
I
crew.
cannot fucking believe it.
He
And
still has this crew of like he like uses all these black people as like they're his token black people to like look at me, I got black guys that like me and shit. And then yeah, he's such a fucking
yeah, he's the type of guy that says I can say the N-word because I have black friends. Like that's what he looks like. That's what he is. That's
Someone
what he
said
is.
back in the day they would call him my homie Kid Rock, and then now they're like, here, my brother, and they don't call him his homie. They're like, yeah, they're like getting him paycheck, bro. So they're like, they're like, we don't like you anymore. You're kind of a piece of shit, but now you're a country star. That rapper to
star.
The white rapper to all the shit with Jelly Roll too. There's some footage coming up of him with the fucking cornrows.
The white
He's such
rapper
a
to country
fucking-
star ratio is high right now.
Yeah, it's yeah, fucking Jelly Roll, Post. You know, I liked Post Malone just for who he is, but I don't really have a lot of respect for him for music. Why? He's just a dude who like got kind of famous and then just
there was fun.
I like some of the
posty
songs,
vibes
his
for a
old stuff.
bit. You
There was
know
a
what I'm
vibe
saying?
for a bit,
Yeah, there's
but-
like for a bit, you know.
But he's a cool dude. Like he's a nice. I still think he's a good dude. I just think he got misguided. He just a lot of people around him just used. I saw clips of him like when he was doing stuff behind scenes, and he went off on some person filming him. They're like, "You're just gonna film me like every fucking minute." Like I do think he got burned the fuck out because he got so famous so fast for quite a while. Just like that kind of fame just ruins people. And then he's like, I'm a country star. I'm hanging out with Shane Gillis and doing Bud Light commercials and shit. Like, I'm like, okay. You know what's funny? A homie of mine, she bought when we worked. I sold merch for Post Malone at the fucking the soccer, the Timber Stadium. She got one of the tour variants of his record. It shows like a truck like sitting fucking like in the middle of like in the middle of the air. Like it's a cool cover, but she bought one and she texted me the other day and she's like, yo, I sold it for like $400. I was like, yeah. She bought it for like probably $60.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I sold my Glockamora record for $400.
Yeah, that's
Remember I told
wild.
you that? And then Elle sold her Glockamora record for $400. I was like, damn. I just, you know, I felt silly because I'm like, I'll just throw it up. Like, I don't like taking it of like someone wanting something so bad, but I threw it up as a joke and someone bought it. And I just went, I needed money. I was like, you know, there's no ethical consumption under capitalism. You got to survive. So I was like, not to excuse it, but, you know, I'm like, I need money. It's like, have this shit. Someone wants it.
I mean,
this is the system. But the best thing about
just willingly buying it, you know, they made that choice. Like,
yeah.
You know,
but the dude,
it'd be different if they were trying to haggle and you were like, absolutely not. You know,
oh yeah, no, for sure. No, the guy didn't even argue with me. He just like, yeah, cool. I'm like 400, but at the end of it, I only made like $350 because like took like $50 from Discogs.
On the $20 record you bought?
Actually, $18 record.
Yep.
Yeah, but I didn't, you know, I didn't have the money I had. I didn't have the money I had then now, so that's why, you know, I'm like, fuck, dude, it took $50. And I mean, for one record, I'm like, really? Fine. But
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But the guy was so sweet, and he lived in the East Coast and stuff, and he was just like, I've been looking for this for years, and this and this and this, and I went, you know, it's just a record. I don't really care. Like, I like Glock more, but I'm like, I you know, I can live without it. So well, I probably kept the download card. But I sold to him, and we had a nice back and forth about how much we loved them, and like it was such an awesome interaction with this guy. And I was like, I took really good care. I packed it really nice, and he's like, "Thank you so much." I'm like, I made sure we were talking it like it was handing him my child, basically. Like it was like I was handing him a newborn child, like just going, "This is your baby now." And he's like, "Dude, thank you. I really appreciate it."
Yeah, there's certain things I did that with when I sold. I was like really talkative with the person that bought the test press I sold.
Oh yeah.
Cause I was like, they just straight up bought it. Well, no, they offered money, but I didn't get any notifications at all from Discogs. Like I had no idea.
Discogs is pretty bad.
So they offered a lower price and I never saw it. So it expired. So then they just bought it. And I felt really bad because I would have accepted the lower price too. So I gave them
I'll take the money.
Some other out of print stuff that I had.
Nice.
I was like, I hope it's going to a good home. They're like, oh yeah, for sure, big fan. You know, I was like, all right, cool. And so I just gave him extra stuff because I was like, well, and then I gave him new band stuff too because it's like, you know what, you know, hey, you like that band, you might like this band.
Hey, let me influence you.
So yeah, I also do things, you know. But yeah, and then there's another one that I really wanted appreciation for because someone bought my Resident Evil 4 and I loved that game. And so I have another Resident Evil game. It's not as good. But I just gave them the other game because it was another Resident Evil game. And I was like, just for free. I was just like, here, you know, like, and no response. And then they didn't even rate me. I had to like make Macari rate me so I could get my money.
Macari?
I was so bummed. Yeah.
Oh,
I sell stuff on Macari all the time.
Really? Yeah, I sold some stuff. I put a bunch of shit up and no one bought any of the stuff. I have all this random VIP stuff from like Madonna.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I put a ton of stuff up and I've sold some stuff. When I first listed all my games, a lot of them went real quick. I had some pretty good ones. Yeah. Like I had Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for Dreamcast, which is out of
Dreamcast.
They stopped making them. They stopped making them a long time ago. So that was like a $300 sale.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome though. Dreamcast. I didn't even know people cared that much about Dreamcast because it's so rare. That's probably why.
Yeah.
Gaming like nerds like are obsessed with like.
Well, it's also like the ports haven't been that great either. So playing the original version's still the best way.
Yeah.
So. Oh, I forgot. We're so off topic, but I brought this up today too. Like, hey,
the Brat. Yeah. Oh, the Brat Rat. But it's got the LM. Was it LM11 chip?
It got the LM308 in it. I couldn't believe it. I didn't even know they made these with 308s in them.
Put it on the camera. Let's see.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I had it.
Got a rat pedal branded as a Brat pedal that has an LM3. Yeah, I don't even think you could fucking see it, but yeah, it's in there, but you can't read it. It's too hard to read with the webcam.
But yeah, it's the LM308.
Got the
I opened it just because I could not believe that. Yeah, so apparently for a couple years they used for not a couple years, for a little bit they used the LM308s and then they switched over.
That's a transistor, right? Is that what that is? Transistor?
Yeah, it's the op amp, right?
Op amp transistor. So. Yeah. I'm just I'm like, I built multiple pedals. I'm just like, I forgot. It's been a minute. I'm not a real pedal builder. I just play one on TV.
So the funny thing about it is no way to power it. You have to use
a
battery.
Huh. Is it because it's an old?
So and then
the old body.
No, they're figuring out ways to cut costs so they could sell it for really cheap at Guitar Center.
They just didn't.
So they did, yeah. And like the side jacks are plastic. The pedal's a weird foot switch. It's like a button.
Weird.
That's like such a
How
weird.
much did you get that for?
It was in a free box.
Yo, I almost was like, if you have a normal Rat pedal, just take the chip out and slap it in like a normal Rat pedal. I have a Chinese.
I actually like that I have this. Like this is
no,
sick.
that is awesome. I think it's annoying not having the power out supply, but it's not the end of the world.
I think I care because Jay can fix that problem. But do I want to alter it? You know, like the homie Jay, who I don't know what it says.
I mean, you could put one in there probably, but you know,
that's by Proco Sound.
That takes the mystique out of it.
It's also like then it ruins the value of it, if you will. It's actually a pretty expensive pedal.
Well, because it's got the LM308s in them, so some people probably want them for that.
No, not even. It's just because of what it is. Yeah, they're on sale like $200.
Oh wow,
it's a lot for
like a brat
for a Rat pedal. You know,
a Rat. Yeah, I know, for a Rat pedal.
But it is an LM308 one, so I want to actually. I'm going to test it when I do. I'm going to do a little Doom off.
A Doom off.
I figured I'd do a little recording of finding some good Doom tones, and I thought it'd be fun to test this against my a regular Rat, which I would just find a way to get one cheap. Then against this, and then against my Death pedal from Dirty Haggard, because that's a Rat circuit as well.
Oh yeah.
And I could like triple stack them, get crazy noise, and then see if there's any difference between the 308 and the other one, just for funsies. But yeah, I figured I'd do that with this. But yeah, it's such a funny pedal.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, with that being said, I think we've rambled enough. We're at 2 hours. I think we're gonna call it for the episode. We were talking about Turnstile, the drama related to Turnstile, talking about different topics, a venue stopping hardcore shows in Cleveland. Apparently they hate music, they hate bands. That's their opinion, that they don't want to have 1-2 mics being broken. Apparently that's a fucking deal breaker for a concert. I've seen worse damage from pop bands, like indie rock dudes, than fucking metal bands doing a couple mics. Not
it's
really.
just really
I'm
funny
just
when they
saying
talk
that,
about
maybe.
the damage, because I was like, oh, okay. Like,
yeah.
Especially, yeah, whatever.
Crazy.
Suck it up. Don't be a venue.
Crazy. But anyways, yeah, that's our episode. Today is February 9th, 2026. If you are still here, and if you're, you know what, I realize.
What are you realizing?
If I just realize what I just realized. I'm trying to remember. I'm like, I try to do a little outro at the end. Yes. Okay. So thanks for being here. There's sometimes live, like people do like specifically cut shit live on purpose. There was even one guy live doing magic stuff where I was like chatting with him, but he wouldn't respond. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? But he was in the middle of doing something. And I'm like, oh, it's a guy I knew. And I'm like, oh, he's like doing a video, but he's cutting it. So he probably was like, oh, I'm going to do this so I can cut it. And then be like, oh, like, hey, and then he'll respond later. But at that point I had to leave. I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, thanks for being here. Next episode, we're going to be doing a listening party of the new Converge album, and then also talking about another topic that we will bring up that show, because we still don't know what we're doing, because we both have ADHD. And
yep, very true.
We like to we function on impulsality and just fucking
impulsality.
That's probably not a word. We function on we don't like to get stressed out and overwhelmed, but when we are overwhelmed we have to perform. Sometimes we think of things fast and we move fast, but sometimes slow. But also, I'm rambling. So love you. Make sure to follow the channel Lost State Studios. Make sure to follow @_Drew Plays, and we'll see you next week. All right, everybody. All right. Now we're gonna go out of the show with the hit song "Scam" from the band Clubber. They're a new band out of Pennsylvania.
Out on all streaming services in 2 weeks, hopefully.
I was gonna say, I was looking up earlier and I'm like, where is it? And I was like, oh, it's not on yet. It was like, oh, you were talking about all that stuff.
I'm still in pending moderation. It's been that way. It says it takes 18 to 20 business days.
Yeah. You see how distracted we get? I'm like about to say bye and then we keep talking. Anyways, okay, bye. Have a great night. All right. See you later.